Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This show is called Newsmakers with Mike Briggs because we talk to people who are making the news. And it's that time of year where things start surfacing. You saw the Republicans had their big debate the other day, and Trump's running or going to jail, one or the other, I don't know. But Republicans aren't the only game in town. Democrats seem to have already decided on Biden. But we have a guest coming up here who thinks, well, maybe it's time that people want something different from those two. Our guest is Jorge Zavala. He's a Green Party candidate seeking the nomination from that party for President of the United States. Welcome, George.
Thank you again, Mike. I really appreciate coming out here.
My pleasure.
You've always been a good support.
By the way, everybody's welcome. You know, we don't favor George. He's the nicest guy that we know of that's running so far, and he comes. We invite him and he comes. Thank you for coming. And all the rest of the candidates are invited too.
Right, inclusion. You want to get as much people.
We want to include everybody.
Right.
Now, what's been happening? You started this a couple months ago, or maybe more.
Right. About 3-4 months ago, it's really hit me hard. Where, as being part of the people of the Commonwealth, there's a lot of barriers and interference. There's a lot of laziness and sloppiness with their leaders, with their district leaders, councilmen, assembly, state, Congress. They're not paying attention to their constituents, Mike.
That's right.
They're not doing their diligence. They're not upholding their obligation. And I can understand there's a lot. However, that's where growth and reform and more cabinets need to be created. But unless those numbers of necessity are enveloped, there's going to be no type of development.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to practice what we preach. So right now, I guess today's topic is hopelessness in America, is the discouragement that the American citizens are facing in a lot of different areas, Mike, that, dealing with the economy, dealing with going to school, the homelessness that are out there. Have you been downtown in the weekends when they're cleaning up downtown?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, a lot of people are working on it, but there's a lot of homeless people down there.
There's a lot, and they're very, it's a dismay. It's
shocking.
It is. It's a professional sign of chaos, and so allowing that to happen week after week, wasting a lot of money that they're performing to clean it up instead of stopping it, is it's not there. Why aren't the cities taking care of these issues? So the question is, is to confront and to challenge.
Kind of the powers that be. Why aren't you doing anything?
What's going on? Where's the money? Where's this?
Keep watching, you guys. These are Jorge Zavala's supporters are calling into the show.
They really are.
This is no phone call show, so stand by, everyone.
So we're trying to stop it all.
So here you are running from Fresno, California, by the way, to be the candidate for the Green Party. How's it going, the process with the Green Party?
Sorry about that, Mike.
That's all right.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, I have it backwards. Well, Do Not Disturb is not working. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, paying attention to our people in need. That's what's important. The lack of support, the direction that the people are facing, the hopelessness that's in America's heart that we're seeing out there in all the violence. Where's the money? Where's the transparency? Where's the inclusion that the people are here? They're speaking out, but they're not being listened to, Mike. They're not being considered as a value.
Right.
So we're falling deep. We're watching American citizens drown, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And to watch death in front of you, what does it take to make a difference and a change?
Are you talking about, for example, the hurricanes are about to hit?
The preparation. Now we're seeing some more preparation, which is good, but dealing with the border, they didn't know what to do, how to handle it, why. They knew it was coming. Things like this in Hawaii that's happening right now, everybody doesn't know what to do, how to handle it. The situation, where's the money at? Why isn't it there? We know these things are happening. Cuba with China is right there. They knew it was going to happen, and then yet they start complaining. Where's the intelligence, Mike?
Right.
Where's the funding and appropriation? It's our misappropriation of funds.
Misappropriation
is really where it's at. And so, we really got to break the change, the difference. But we need to get people to register to vote green, Mike. We got to get people to stop allowing this lobbyist. We need to start getting people to stop allowing, the stock market to regulate our congressmen. It's like we're infringing on their ability to serve.
Mm-hmm.
That's their main focus. Is like I think you mentioned it earlier. When somebody gives you a call and they have a situation, everything stops. Let's pay attention to it.
Yep.
Let's make an example that we can do our job. Instead of right now, I'm getting nothing but answers of saying, George, I really don't know that answer. I was never
Right.
been asked that. And I'm like, it's not acceptable. What have you been doing this whole time?
Right.
Right? So, the judicial system, the attorneys, they cost so much money. Everything's a civil problem. People can't afford these attorneys. The attorneys themselves are becoming just as much as the problem. They're taking advantage of the people, how much they can get. They're either working the case or they're not. And then when the judgment is settled, who's to reinforce those actions? So we have a complete breakdown in the judicial system, and the people are really relying on this. If we can't depend and rely on our own democratic, placements of people that are supposed to be in these positions, no one's at the wheel, Mike,
Right.
and we're hitting the wall.
Yes.
And then they're crying about the accidents, and then they don't know what to do. So everybody's waiting for each other to do something. So I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, we need somebody that's down to earth, that can relate with you, that knows the situations and policy situations that are broken, and that individual is people like me. We need more inclusion. We need more people to step up, Mike. We got to get rid of the fear.
Now, let me ask you this. When is the primary election here in California? Is it June or?
Well, I know next year in March, when
yeah.
when they all start getting the ballots with the states, start getting addressed in the cities, that's when everybody's starting to file. Next month, in like November, is when the filing started happening with the states. So, as I said before, we're all campaigning, but the actual ballots with other states is going to start happening in the next couple of months.
Okay.
And then then the different committees, they start voting on who they want to represent and support. So yeah, it's a challenge, and it's up to people like me to make that difference. And so
you need people to get you nominated. You need people to be in the Green Party.
right.
Do they need to sign a petition, or what has to happen?
So the Green Party members and regular civilians, we need to vote. The Green Party members, I'm asking you to go to my website and go in and sign up and show me that you're pledging your vote in support of me at votejz.org. I need your vote. I need your support to make this difference. If we don't work together and focus on our issues and problems, we're not going to make a difference. We got social networking. I hear all these issues and things that are happening, but there is no legislative policies fighting against the broken policies, Mike. We
Right.
got to have the power of the people. I'm asking for, we need to get some more attorneys that have a heart, that want to contribute their mind and their intelligence on creating a new difference in America. We need a new path, Mike. We got to stop the direction of what it's going, because
Yeah.
it's,
Now, we've got this website on the screen, votejz.org, and tell me generally what will people find there?
on the website, Mike, it's a repertoire, a beautiful arrangement of knowledge, information, teaches about democracy. It's going to give the people the power in their hands so they can sign petitions against the lobbyists, against homelessness, strengthening the military, our police force, education, Social Security reform. If you have a chance to make a difference. Now, this information goes to Congress, so they can take a look at what's going on with their constituents. What are they saying? And so, without that being heard, there's nothing to be addressed. So I'm giving you the power to the people to fill out these petitions, to be educated, to see the agendas that are on the website, to see my policies that I'm trying to create.
See what you stand for.
Exactly.
What what politician, who's running for office that has that, where you can go to their website, see what they really stand for. That's very cool.
No, it is cool. See, they don't want to give that to the people because it takes away from them as a hierarchy.
Right.
Why give all the information to the people? So so we're dealing with again the corruption of money, Mike, the lobbyists, and the hierarchy, basing on the people's egos of what they want to. But if they've never been there on the ground level, Mike, they don't know how to address the situations and the problems that are at hand. And so I'm asking again the American public to register to vote green, to give that power to you, to make a difference. But we need the inclusion. I need to hear your voice. Let me know your problems and your situations. It's there on the website, Voice of the People. You can update videos and pictures and information you'd like to share. That you're, I need good examples to help secure, my race here as campaigning.
Right.
We need to show, Mike, as we're not just campaigning, but we need to show along the way who we're helping. We need to be a good example, and I think this is a great opportunity to take this advantage of this opportunity to be a good example for the people. So right now, my focus is with the farmers. My focus is with the farm water. That's the constraints that are happening, and so trying to get the support with the coalitions of the water coalitions, the farm water bureaus. If we can all
Farm Bureau. Let me ask you this. We're almost out of time, but I want to come back to the issue you're talking about because you've been on a couple times, so I'm starting to understand what you're talking about. Some Green Party or some farmers think the Green Party's against them, and some Green Party members are against farmers, but your whole thing is different, isn't it?
Well, we got to look at the big picture. The big picture instead of the micro picture. The big picture is this: is they're talking about big farmer, Mike. They're talking about millions and millions of acres, and not destroying the land.
Right.
Not putting the proper nutrients in. They just keep cultivating. They're not letting. They're not getting the polyphenols in the grounds. They're not getting what we need for good health.
Right.
So we're buying hollow food, Mike.
Okay, well, I tell you this: food's lost its taste. You go get a tomato at the supermarket, there's no taste. Is that what you're talking about?
It's exactly.
Yeah, they're not getting the right nutrients in
Right.
the soil.
Every food out there is genetically modified. Every one of them, and there is no law to say that they're not. The only that it's not if it's labeled that it's not. But every piece of growth seed is genetically modified for faster production.
Better production. Man, those tomatoes in the store look so perfectly round and perfect color, but they don't taste like anything. They don't
It tastes like a football.
Yeah.
So, so we don't want to be chewing on leather, Mike.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to introduce again, this other technology, the vortex water implosion system.
Right.
So we can help eliminate.
That helps the farmers.
It helps, makes the
Doesn't hurt
taste.
them.
It makes the pigs are coming out, instead of 45 kilograms, they're coming out 55 kilograms. The pink is, the meat is more pinker, reddish in color. It has a better taste to it. So we got to look to smarter, more innovative methods and ways that we're not now, just because we must break the capitalistic policies and must break the capitalistic patents that are giving these companies to monopolize. They're stepping all over the small farmers, Mike.
George, we're really out of time, but I want to give you a minute to say, look in the camera and tell our viewers, what can they do to help you get on the ballot and help you get elected?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to register green. When you register green, you're breaking the lobbyist. The Green Party doesn't have lobbyists, nor does the Green Party is not on the market. The Green Party is not about money. They're on a volunteer system. These people are running with their own integrity, their might, and their soul. They need your support to make their goal a reality, and that is giving power back to you, because they're listening. They're trying to make the economy better. They're trying to make their environment cleaner. We want a more wholesome future for our children to run and play in. We cannot be in hopelessness and a life of despair where things don't matter anymore. They do. And this is our chance. Again, we're at the crossroads to make a difference. But only with your support can we make that difference. So I'm asking you to vote for me, Jorge Zavala, for your next presidential candidate of the United States to make a difference. Thank you.
There you have it, Jorge Zavala. He's come here again and again. He's not afraid to come and face the tough questions and the scrutiny. And if you have questions for George, go to the website, votejz.org. There's so much information. You could tell him you like him, tell him you don't like him. He wants to hear it all, right?
I do, Mike.
You do,
I
right.
can't make the change if I don't hear it.
All righty. We will be back with more newsmakers here at Central Valley Talk right after this.